I've got this piece of wood, and then I have these cute little vintage looking knobs. Like this one has a bee on it. I don't know if y'all can see it with the ring light. Kind of bring it like that. So we went ahead and pre-drilled a hole in the bottom of this. All right, so let's do our base. I'm gonna go ahead and do my sides. We're doing the shebang on this one, guys, because I want to do it start. Hey Laura, how are you? Turning this one to the side to kind of cascade down, and then do a little bit of stenciling. So it's gonna be pretty. I think this is gonna be so pretty when we're finished. And this is gonna be an everyday piece. It's not just gonna be for Halloween. Hey Deb. So we're just gonna kind of have it cascading. Okay, so now we're just gonna put this white on top. I'm just gonna leave that a little bit less filled in, right? You know it, Rhonda. All right, let's take our scraper. I normally do 2 coats, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this tonight, y'all. I think I'm just gonna do the 1 coat. So everywhere we have the wax, the paint does not adhere, okay? So that is one of the major purposes of the wax. And then I always sand over it just to make sure I got everything. So we've got this. So if you haven't used a transfer, all you're gonna do is peel off the back. So I'm gonna lay this down. And then once I burnish mine in, I just kind of pull it and go back and forth, and I go down. Then I'm just gonna take the heat of my hand and kind of burnish it in, make sure that everything is adhered. How pretty is that, guys? You'll know I just like a little bit of detail here and there. I'm just gonna come through and just add a little detail of the damask. All right, so we just added a little fun detail on there. And then we'll add get this on here real quick. You can use embossing stuff, joint compound, all kinds of things, and do a raised stencil. Yo, how cute is that? We are just gonna do this one by itself. So we're gonna paint this one white. Again, I'm doing all my edges, all the things today, guys. Coming with these, so. You just want to be mindful, guys, when you do that. I didn't see this before I used it. So like we've got a couple little divots and stuff right here. You just want to be mindful that when you do your transfer, that if you don't go down deep enough, it may not adhere. But we try to work around that, but we want our surface dry. Okay, so then we're gonna come right here, peel this back. Okay, so we are gonna put this pretty close to the center. I always start at the top. Now, I always try when I do ones like this, that are especially down at the bottom, I'll kind of go around in a circle and meet back in the middle. But use my code Craft Treasures at checkout and it will save. Okay, so Perfect. So it's hiding. So we're gonna use some Crackle, guys. We're gonna give this a cool crackle effect. So what we're gonna do, it's really a three-part step. We're going to seal it. So you can use any type of Mod Podge, anything to seal it. I use Pentart matte varnish. And it's gonna dry. So here it is with our matte on there, so you can kind of see the difference, like if you use some matte sealer. Okay, then we're going to use component number 1. It's called Fine Line Crackle from Pentart. Okay, so we're going to apply component number 1. All right, so this is the step number 2. Okay, and we're gonna put it on. It's gonna kind of go on with an amber glaze so we can see exactly where it is on our surface. This one dries a little bit faster than the other ones. Last step of drying, guys. Pull it up, and like I said, you really can't see the crackle. I'm just cooling it down just a little bit. We're gonna use this retro kind of pinkish color. I think that might be cool. Fix. Can y'all see that crackle now? Give me some hearts if y'all can see that crackle up in there. So all I gotta do on this little piece right here is just buff it out with my water. Turned out super cool. I'll hold it up. It's kind of like a porcelain. Okay, so I want to do a shell too, guys. So I'm gonna get that prepped. So I'm just using a shell. I'm using some bonding boss. You can use anything that will prime your surface. I like the Dixie Belle bonding boss. But while that's doing that, I'm gonna dry this real quick too. Real quick, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna add some white on our shell. Because we added the bonding boss earlier, so our paint is gonna adhere. I just wanna get it a little bit whiter than it was before. We're gonna peel back. And then a light color of paint. We wanna make sure our paint is dry. There are divots in here, guys, so you do have to be a little bit careful. So I'm gonna start in the middle. And remember, we put a bonding boss on it and then we put our paint. So it should adhere perfectly. Okay, so we have our beautiful flower on here. Added our butterfly, and then I'm gonna add one more right down here. Get in those grooves with my finger with the transfer. Rub and buff is what I'm using right now. I'm gonna go around the edges. Sometimes I use a brush, Sometimes I just use my fingers. And just like when I do my stenciling, you can start light and then go back and add more if you want more. So let's just add just a little bit more. So we've added that gold on there around the edges. So we're gonna add some pouring resin in here. Just wanna make sure everything is good. But all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this in the middle, and then I have it go on all of my sides around my piece. So when we put this pouring resin on top of it, and I'll just kind of show y'all, so what it's gonna do is it's gonna give it this nice glossy look, and it's gonna bring out that gold. It is called pouring resin from Fusion Mineral pouring resin. So we'll just pour it in there and